Hello and welcome to APSC. This is Daily News Capsule. Today is 6th of July 2023. Today's news includes spacecraft integrated with launch vehicle. Dree Festival celebrated. MSME will not need approval for 3 years. E-commerce growth in India to hit $150 billion by 2026. Cabinet gives nod to data protection bill. A global rupee may raise volatility. Chandrayaan-3 mission. The Indian Space Research Organization on Wednesday mapped the encapsulated assembly containing Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft with LVM-3, its new heavy lift launch vehicle at Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. This is a follow-on mission to Chandrayaan-2 to demonstrate end-to-end capability, safe landing and roving on the lunar surface. The Chandrayaan-3 mission carries scientific instruments to study the thermophysical properties of the lunar regolith, lunar seismicity, lunar surface, plasma environment, and elemental composition in the vicinity of the landing site. In March this year, Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft completed the essential test that validated its capability to withstand the harsh vibration and acoustic environment with the spacecraft would face during its launch. Its tests were particularly challenging because the Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft, which will be launched by the LVM-3, is a composite of 3 modules: propulsion, lander, and rover. Dree Festival celebrated. The Apatani community of Arunachal Pradesh celebrated their annual agriculture-based festival on 5th of July. This festival symbolizes the working of divinity. This is for the protection of crops so that the granaries are full after the harvest. The governor said that the indigenous festivals of the state have always promoted peace, harmony, and prosperity in the region. MSMEs will not need approval for 3 years. The state cabinet today decided to exempt MSME from certain approval and inspections required for establishment and operation in the state for initial 3 years of operation. In Assam, an MSME can now operate with just an acknowledgement certificate from the state nodal agency by submitting the declaration of intent. This is an initiative to the Vocal for Local campaign by Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi. The MSME sector will be exempted from obtaining multiple approvals for the first 3 years. E-commerce growth in India to hit $150 billion by 2026. The e-commerce transaction value in India is likely to rise to nearly $150 billion in 2026 at an annual growth rate of 16%. India has emerged as a global payment leader, developing the next generation payment infrastructure with the UPI, a project of the National Payment Corporation of India and the Reserve Bank of India. The global e-commerce transaction value is likely to rise to over $8.5 trillion in the 2026 at a 9% compound annual growth rate. In India, Open Network for Digital Commerce, an initiative of the Department of the Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade at Ministry of Commerce, is envisioned to create a facilitative model to revolutionize digital commerce, giving greater thrust to the penetration of retail e-commerce in India. Cabinet clears data protection bill. Right to information activists have raised concern on the amendment to the RTI Act 2005 in the DPDP bill that would prohibited government departments from sharing personal information, arguing government departments may refuse to share information that could hold public office holders accountable. The bill comes after multiple versions floated by the union government, a process that was started way back in 2017 with the K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India judgment, which declared that right to privacy was a fundamental right as a part of right to life and liberty under Article 21 of the Constitution. Retired Justice B.N. Sri Krishna, who headed the first committee formed in 2018 to draft a data protection bill, has disavowed the latest draft. Internationalization of rupees can cause excess exchange rate volatility as the government of India presses ahead with internationalization of Indian rupees. An interdepartmental group of the Reserve Bank of India in a report has said that internationalization may result in potential increased volatility in the rupees exchange rate in initial years. The report and the recommendations reflect the views of the interdepartmental government group and do not in any way reflect the official position of the Reserve Bank of India. The recommendation of the report will be examined for implementation. The objective of the interdepartmental group was to review the extant position of the Indian rupee as an international currency and to frame a roadmap for the internationalization of Indian rupee. Thank you. Keep following us in our Instagram channel.